Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, and Schroeder Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with the NHL main slate video as promised. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that bell icon so you know when my videos drop. Leave us a comment down below. And if you guys watched yesterday's video, you should have cashed nicely because I know we did. And I will show you. But first, Schroeder, are you ready? He says, "Yep, that light is bright, but we're ready." All right, Schroeder, let's start the freaking show. All right, so now the first line, I got cat fur all over my face just in time for the video. I need to brush this kid. All right, so this is how I did today. Cashed in every sport. NFL, cashed nicely there. 2 out of 3 FanDuel. NBA, cashed nicely there. 2 out of 3 there. NHL, 2 out of 3 cashed on FanDuel and cashed really nice on Draftkings, guys. And then I dropped today's NBA video. So, yeah, guys, we play every single sport here at the DFS Club. If you want to join, guys, you want my lineups, you want ownership projections, members only podcast 1 hour before lock, guys. It's dfsclub.com. It is very simple to sign up, guys. The Daily Fantasy Sports Powerhouse. You got DFS Space, my brother from another mother. Shout out to him. Shout out to the DFS Club. You got myself, Skywalker DFS. You don't just get NHL, ladies and gentlemen. You get every single sport. You get NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC, big UFC card this weekend. My girl Miranda Maverick will be on it. I can't wait to break down that fight. WNBA, guys, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. We do it all, guys. Click join now. It's real easy. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, and then pick your plans. I got fur all over my face. We have our bronze, silver, and gold plans. We're the cheapest in the industry. This is for every single sport, guys. You get our lineups. Like I said, ownership projections, 3-day passes, guys, members only podcast. We do prize picks. We're killing it in prize picks, guys. We got some sharks in here. And shout out to my other NHL experts in here, Adam and Preston. Shout out to them. 24/7 tips and advice by the DFS Club. Pre-lock insight, guys. Sports wagering, we got you. dfsclub.com. All right, so let's bring it up, guys. The sponsor of the show is Draft Dashboard. It is $1 for 30 days. This optimizer right here, not just an optimizer, it's a research tool that I use for all my research, for all my videos, guys. It's only $1. Make you holla. Click on the link in the description below. Try it out for $1 for 30 days. If you don't like it, cancel it anytime, guys. No pushy BS, none of that stuff. You get access to all my player pools for NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL. All my the lineup optimizer, which everybody likes. Player trends, who's trending up, who's getting you right in the old prison pocket, sleepers and studs of the slate, the position optimizer, and the NHL cheat sheet, because if you can't win, cheat. It's got the best studs, best mid-tier, best value, best goalies, guys. I got it all right here. Draft Dashboard. Check it out. $1 for 30 days. All right, so we have a very big 10-game slate on tap. I normally do well in these big slates. NHL is very streaky. You just got to pick your spots, pick your matchups, and stacking, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Rather, I don't care if it's a 2-man stack, but you got to stack at least 2 hockey players on the same line. Power plays, 2. Power plays, fine. You don't have to do 3-man stacks. Sometimes I do on smaller slates, but big slates, I try and just do 2-man stacks because I try and get as much good exposure, value, mid-tier as I can. And the key is to get a goalie too. That's not going to get you a negative. You want to get a goalie that gets you a shutout, which is a huge bonus point. So first up, we got Edmonton at Minnesota. So we got Connor McDavid, 9.6K. He's always in play, guys. Do I need to tell you Connor McDavid's good at hockey? I don't think so. Same with Austin Matthews. Columbus does not play defense, guys. Austin Matthews in a smash spot. Columbus is 22nd in the league against centers, giving it up to centers. Actually, look at that. This is what Draft Dashboard does right here. So anything in the green, For forwards, defensemen, wingers is good. That means they have a good matchup, guys. But Austin Matthews at 8-7. Toronto's been scoring a ton of goals, just like Colorado this year. So Toronto stacks are good. Austin Matthews, line 1. Absolutely. Carolina and Winnipeg. This ought to be a shootout right here. Both these teams right now are scoring a buttload of goals. Sebastian Aho is the first line center. 8K, 26, 12, and 5. He's in play today. Sam Bennett, man, I had him last late, and there was a stat correction. Before the stat correction, he got me like 20-something fantasy points, and then it all went away. I was like, damn it. Because Sam Bennett's not cheap at 7-4. But Florida, I might just go the wingers today because 7-4, I do want some exposure to Florida, but not Sam Bennett at that price tag. $900 less on FanDuel, maybe on FanDuel, but I just think we can do better on a bigger slate. We got Tampa Bay going up against Montreal, who's just pretty much tanking at this point. Tampa Bay is, as we know, they're just one of these, let me slow down here. One of these teams that are so hard to get right. So many scorers. We got Steven Stamos, 7.2K, line 1 center, 9, 26, 11 in his last 3. Excuse me. Cheers. It is 11:43 p.m. and I'm drinking a sugar-free Rockstar. That's how we roll, man. But yeah, Tampa Bay, if you can get them just right, man, they'll win you some money, especially against Montreal. It's a great matchup. Same with the New York Rangers against Chicago. Chicago's ranked 28th in the league against centers. Chicago gives up a lot of goals. Mike Zibanejad, I always butcher his name, guys. Zibanejad. I always say it perfectly when I'm not shooting a video, just like UFC. When I do the UFC names, I butcher the hell out of them because it doesn't come out right. Mika. We'll just call him Mika. He's 7K. He's not been doing too hot, though. He hasn't scored double-digit fantasy points in over 5 games. So this could be the day, though. Maybe you go with the 2 wingers here. Maybe you do a Rangers second line stack. So that's the thing. You join the DFS club, I got you with top stacks, guys. But yeah, New York's another team to target tomorrow. I like the second line also for Toronto. You got John Tavares at 6.7K. His price has dropped. He was up in the high 7K ranges. And, he deserved it, man. The dude's, even though he's on the second line, man, look at this. 17, 12, 25, 16, 23 in his last 5. I do like that. And then Calgary, everyone loves to play Calgary. They started the season scoring a ton of goals. They kind of cooled off a little bit. They're playing San Jose again. It seems like these two teams play each other every day. 6.5K for Elias Lindholm. First line center. Don't mind that. Like I see where I'm going here. There's lots of places to go tomorrow. I love Minnesota. Minnesota and Edmonton facing each other, man. Edmonton is 21st in the league against centers. Ryan Hartman, 6.4K. Won't totally bankrupt you. Coming off a 3-point fantasy game, but before that, this dude's been on fire. 14, 21, 13, 13. So I like this first line for Minnesota. Then we got Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Sound like a goddamn candy bar. 5.9K. He's in play. I like that he's under 6K now. His price has dropped a little bit. Don't mind that. And then Ottawa. They're coming off a back-to-back, but they're playing the Islanders. Both these teams have been pretty hot right now as far as like scoring goals. Josh Norris for 5-1, you could do worse. 19, 16, 11 in his last 3. First line center here, I do like that. And how about Ryan Strome, man, last couple games? You can go with the New York Rangers second line here. You can start off with Ryan Strome at 5K. Again, lines do change. So the lines might look a little different, but for the most part, they're pretty much the same unless the coach is seeing like things aren't working out, and then they'll change up the lines a little bit. So make sure your lines line up tomorrow. But Ryan Strome normally plays the second line. Like him at 5K, 25-15 in his last 2. And how about this dude from Anaheim, man? Trevor Zegras came out of nowhere. He's 4.9K. I played him tonight too, man. Got me a ton of freaking points. His price is coming up a little bit, man, but he's good. 15, 23, 15, 15, 15. All 15s. That must be his lucky number is 15. Look at that. 5 out of 5 games. Double-digit fantasy points. And at 4.9, I don't mind him as a one-off. I actually don't mind Anaheim either. Buffalo does not stop the puck from going into the net. They just don't. They're 31st in the league. So Anaheim could be a sneaky stack tomorrow. And they're cheap too. I like the first line. I like the second line. Vincent Trocheck, second line for Carolina, 4.8K. You just got to get him on the right day. I mean, he's coming off a great game, and NHL players are pretty streaky. So, I mean, if you don't have the salary to get to the first line, you can always get to the second line. Same with Cirelli, Tampa Bay. Normally plays a second line center. He's 4.6. Again, another one you just got to get on the right day, man. It's just a juicy matchup against Nashville. Against Montreal. Nashville and Detroit tomorrow. Not much interest here. It looks like Nashville's kind of cooled off a little bit. And then for some like one-offs, let's see. You could do a Winnipeg stack. Carolina is pretty tough, though, against centers, man. I'll tell you that right now. First in the league against centers, meaning they're the stingiest at giving up fantasy points to centers. But Winnipeg right now scoring 6-7 goals a game. So Mark Scheifele at 6.8, don't mind it. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 6K. Pretty much, first, second line, or sometimes they play together. They play together on the power play. I mean, you could stack both these guys. They won't, break the bank. But, yeah, I do like Winnipeg too. But I think you can get really sneaky with Anaheim, guys, against Buffalo. All right, so let's go to wingers. And it looks like on this slate, too, I'll probably pay down for defensemen. You got Kirill Kaprizov here, Minnesota, first line, 7.6K. His price has skyrocketed, but you can always count on him, man. Pair him up, first line, 17, 31, 18, 10, 39 in his last 5. Going up against Edmonton. Don't mind it. Jonathan Hurlbert, I call him Hero, 7.3K. Florida, 11, 36, 23. First line. These guys are not cheap, but they score a lot of goals, man. These teams right now. He's projected to get 10.7 tomorrow. I don't mind that. Panarin, 7.2K, 32 to 20. He has been playing better than Mika. So second line, maybe you might want to take a look there. If he plays on the second line, sometimes on the first line, double check. But Johnny Gaudreau, first line, Calgary, 7K. Calgary has cooled off, though, man. San Jose is really not that bad. They're kind of in the middle of the pack of giving up goals to wingers. So just keep that in mind. Maybe I'll get to Calgary tomorrow. I don't know. Matthew Tkachuk, first liner, 6.9K. They're just very, very expensive. 7, 8, 22 in his last 3. I don't mind Philip Forsberg as a one-off for Nashville, 6.8K. 25, 9, 46 in his last 3. Gets over 20 minutes of ice time a game. So Nashville is one of those teams that's very, very streaky. And I do like William Nylander, 6.7K, second line for Toronto. Obviously, you're going to be cheaper in the first line, but you won't have Austin Matthews, but that's okay. 10, 14, 26 in his last 3, 20, all double-digit fantasy points in his last 5. So I do like that. And keep your eyes out for Mitchell Marner if he's going to play. He sat out the last 2 games with the unspecified ailment. So in hockey, they don't tell the other team in the world what's wrong with these guys because they go out there a little banged up, they'll get hit there. So that's one of the few sports that do that. So yeah, he's questionable tomorrow. If he's in, if he's 100%, I like him. If not, obviously you don't play him. Chris Kreider, 6.1K. I just like these Rangers, man. It's a great matchup against Chicago, who just gives up a buttload of goals this season so far. If you can't get to Calgary's first line, you get to the second line. You got Andrew Magapane here is what I call him at 5.6K. He's kind of hit and miss, 14, 5, 16 in his last 3. But the price is pretty good. And then Kevin Fiala, he's been all over the place. He started the season on the first line, second line, third line. But, I mean, he's a really safe play for 5.5. Last year, he was phenomenal. But when I say really safe, I mean double-digit fantasy points. All 5 of his last games, 12, 11, 11, 17, 16. So Kevin Fiala, Minnesota is definitely in play. Brady Tkachuk from Ottawa continues to just light it up, man. 37, 12, 12 in his last 3. Didn't start out the season, but he never does start out the season hot. So I do like it. Part of that Ottawa stack. Matt Zuccarello at 5'1". Yeah, I mean, his ceiling's pretty good. He'll get you 20s, but his floor is a 0. So just be careful here. But I do like the matchup for Minnesota against Edmonton, 21st in the league. Alex Kilnhorn, he might play on the first line or second line, but don't play this dude, man. Every time I play him, he sucks. Ricard Raquel, though, at 4.8K, another Anaheim player I like. 15-22 in his last 2. He's looking great. He's been getting lots of ice time. I do like that. Sam Reinhart is a nice one-off here. 4.3K. Way too cheap. Way too cheap. This is definitely great value right here. 21, 30, 15, 3 and a 13 in his last 5. It's a rematch against St. Louis where he just got 21. 4 out of his 5 games. Jesus, guys, I cannot talk tonight. It's called exhaustion and lots of allergies. When the weather changes here, my allergies go insane. But yeah, one of the best values on the slate, man. Sam Reinhart. Hopefully he goes overlooked. He's only 4.3. Let's see. Next up, Blake Coleman. 3.5K. Don't mind it. Nice one-off cheap play. 7, 22, 10, 12, 5. So not too bad for 3.5. You got Marcus Fulgino for only 3K. 15, 2, 18 in his last 3. Gets, 15 to 16 minutes a game of ice time, but, 4 out of his last 5 double-digit fantasy points. Again, one-off, he's only 3K. Not too shabby. Let's see if we got more. Yes, there's more. It's a big slate, guys. Leon Drostyle, 9.4K. Dude's a stud. Dude's good at hockey. Sometimes him and Connor McDavid are on the ice at the same time. But, yeah, definitely in play. I like him a little bit more than Connor, but he just has a better ceiling, it seems like, this year. Kyle O'Connor from Winnipeg, absolutely, 7.8K. 27, 11 in his last 3. Winnipeg's just been lighting it up. Patrick Kane at 7.5 doesn't look bad. The Rangers are pretty stingy. They have one of the best goaltenders in the league. But Patrick Kane's just one of those players. He's kind of like goalie proof. 2, 18, 10. Pair him with DeBrincat, which we will get to Alex DeBrincat, but nice 2-man stack there. Timo Meier from San Jose. He's having the season of his life right now. 7.4K, 24, 7, 16, 30, 32. So if you want to just play him by himself, I don't mind it. Nicola Ehlers, 6K. A lot of Winnipeg here, 25, 22. I don't know what's going on in there. Smoking Joe must be acting up. Yeah, I don't mind that play. I can never say. Teuvo Tavarian, guys. 5.9K, Carolina. I think that's kind of too cheap. He's under 6K, 25, 24 in his last 3. He's been cranking it up to where he should be. So we're getting a little price, I cannot talk with Smoking Joe in the other room going bonkers. Alex DeBrincat, 5.8K. Pair him up with Patrick Kane. I don't mind it. 8, 22, 28 in his last 3. 5.8 is really cheap for him. Good value there. Blake Wheeler for Winnipeg, 5K, 16, 20. Yeah, don't mind it there. Wait, there's more. Brandon Saad is a nice one-off. 20, 13 in his last 2. He has a scary low floor, but he's been kind of turning it up. I don't mind it as a one-off cheap play for 3.3. Mike Hoffman's back, 3.2K. Really nice one-off here. 12 in his last game, 0-5, but then a 21 and a 14. So don't mind it for 3.2. Little value plays, guys. I would personally pay down at defense, but let's go to defense while we're talking about it. All right, so Aaron Ekblad, have yourself a freaking season, man. He's 7.4K. If you want to do a Florida first line, you could just do like a center and the defenseman or a winger and the defenseman. Ekblad, man, 6, 40, 31, 11, 4 in his last 5. Don't mind it against St. Louis. Victor Hedman against Montreal, 7.3K, man. Montreal suck. They give up fantasy points like crazy. 30th in the league, guys. 30th in the league to defensemen. Give me some Victor Hedman at 7.3. Adam Fox is just a stud defenseman, man, at 7.2 for New York. I like him. I like Trouba. I've been having luck with Trouba lately, but he's kind of simmered off. But there's a big price difference between him and Adam Fox. But yeah, man, Adam Fox is in a great spot. If you want to stack him and maybe somebody else, Kreider, I don't mind that. Let's see. Mackenzie Weegar, 5.2 Ks. Too cheap, in my opinion. Way too cheap for Florida. 13, 30, 11 in his last 3. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 5. So for 5.2, I love Mackenzie Weegar tomorrow. Jonas Broden, 4.7 K. Minnesota, 11, 11, 18, 7, 8 in his last 5. Don't mind that. Kevin Shatterkirk is one of these guys that I just seem to land on for value. He's only 4.3. Nice one-off from Anaheim, 5, 10, 18, 11, and 3. So 4.3 is a really good price there. Same with Cam Fowler, man. 3.8 K, 7, 3, 14 in his last 3. Yeah, Buffalo, great matchup. I would say Anaheim's probably my favorite value stack tomorrow, guys. And then Brett Burns, I don't know what's up with him this year. He's 6'2". He finally had a decent game, but other than that, man, he's been awful. So I don't recommend that. Darnell Nurse, on the other hand, has been pretty good. 6.1 K, 24, 11, 11 in his last 3. He gets a ton of ice time. And then this kid from Detroit, man, Moritz Seider, like apple cider. He's only 5'3". He's been really good. 16, 18, 3, 18, 4. And he's only 5'3". Nice one-off there. Evan Bouchard at 4.4. Great value. 10, 19, 19 in his last 3. You can get him in there, guys. And I like Chris Tanev, guys, at 2.8. Whenever I play this guy, he gets me double digits. So I played him, he got me an 11. When I don't, he doesn't. I might land on him tomorrow. For 2.8, especially if I'm going to try to get to these stud wingers and centers, man. David Savard at 2.6 is really good. 17, 3, 11, 3, 3. So it won't totally dead on you. He's almost bare minimum at 2.6. We got Lucas Carlson, 2.5. Bare minimum, guys. 16 and 18 in his last 2. And his ice time has gone up to 19 minutes last game. So that's promising there, especially for bare minimum. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it. As far as goalies, you're pretty much on your own, like I always say in my videos, because I don't know who's going to start. Right? I don't want to give you some goalies and then they don't end up starting. And they're kind of like pitchers in baseball. We don't know. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Look at the back of his head. Look at that Schroeder right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. DFSclub.com. Almost forgot. I had to think there. I am not with it tonight, guys. I apologize. DFSclub.com, guys. You want my lineups, ownership, projections, top stacking, members only podcast, 24/7 tips and advice by the DFS Club. Again, I got Adam in here. I got Preston in here, myself. You can't lose in NHL, man. It's been the most profitable sport so far. I'd say number 2 has been NBA. Yeah, we play every single sport. Come check us out, guys. It's real easy. Click join now. Click on my logo. Pick your plan, and you're in. And Draft Dashboard's only $1 for 30 days. Schroeder and I would love to thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get these views up for these NHL videos, man. I love doing them. It's my favorite sport. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys cash. Hope this helps you out. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.